Hello, it's me, Mr. Fleming. We've been learning about graphing in math, so we thought it would be a good idea if we read this book. It's called The Great Graph Contest. In this book, you're going to see the two of the main characters. They are taking different data or different types of information, and they're going to put it into graphs in different ways. So that's what graphing is. So we take data or a table of information, and then we put it into a graph, which we can look at like a picture, and we can use to help us learn a lot about the data in a really quick time, okay? So I just want you to pay attention to the different types of graphs that these characters are making in this story. What is he doing? Hello, Gonk? Are you home? Come in, Beezy. You too, Chester. Hi, Gonk. What are you doing? Hi, Beezy and Chester. I'm making a graph. I asked my friends, do you like mud? I put their answers under yes or no. More of us do like mud. This is a nice graph, Gonk. So if you look at his graph, it says, do my friends like mud? Yes, no. And you can use the graph to figure out if more friends like mud or don't like mud. I have lots more to show you. These are great. I like to make graphs too. Oh, really? That's nice. Of course, my graphs are the best. There's a few more of his graphs he made that he's using just to show lots of information in a small place. They are not. They are so. Whoa! Let's have a contest. You two will make some graphs, and I'll be the judge. I'll give points for correct math, creativity, and neatness. May the best graphs win. There's a pile of rocks. Hey Gonk, can you make a rock graph? That sounds really hard, hee hee. Only if you have rocks in your head. I wonder if there are more smooth rocks or rough ones. I'll put the smooth ones on one square and the rough ones on the other square. Oh, I have to make labels too. So he's telling us how he's separating them for his graph. My graph shows that more of the rocks are smooth. Not bad, but my graph will be even better. So if you look at his graph, it says, are more rocks smooth or rough? He separated them by smooth and rough. And if you count them, you'll see there are 15 smooth rocks and there are 9 rough rocks. So this shows his data in a graph. Look, it's a picnic. Good. I'm hungry. These cookies look yummy. Why don't you make a graph about them, Beezy? So you see he's got some cookies there. Let me think. I see 3 kinds of cookies. I wonder if there are more chocolate chip, oatmeal, or sugar cookies. I'll stack them up and find out. So here's his graph. Are there more chocolate chip, oatmeal, or sugar cookies? My graph shows there are more chocolate chip cookies. And if you look here, we've got sugar, oatmeal, and chocolate chip. So he has stacked them all up, and you can see there are more chocolate chip cookies. So he stacked the cookies, and it looks kind of like a bar graph. Somebody's coming, let's go! Does this bathing suit make me look fat? I like these patterns. Can you make a graph about them? So they're looking at bathing suits. Some of these suits have a pattern of flowers, some of them have bugs, and some of them have both flowers and bugs. I wonder which pattern is on more of the bathing suits. Here is a Venn diagram. The suits with flowers are on the left circle, the suits with bugs are in the right circle, and the suits with both are in the middle, where the circles overlap. So if you see his title, do more suits have flowers or bugs or both? And I know we've used Venn diagrams before in reading, so you know how to read one of these. The outside part right here, these are all bugs, these are all flowers, and in the middle are the ones that have both. What if a suit doesn't have bugs or flowers? Then it goes outside of both circles. Look, the butterflies are dancing. They have such pretty colors. What are you doing? Excuse me, could you hold still for a second, please? I want to find out which color is the most common in this group of butterflies. My graph shows that orange is the most common color for these butterflies, and purple is the least common. This is too good. My next graph has got to be better. Do you hear that noise? It sounds like cracking. It's coming from Grandpa Zolly's house. What's wrong? The eggs are hatching, all of them. Hello, Mrs. Hummer, come quickly, please. I think Gonk is going to make a graph about these eggs. I'll draw a picture of each baby. Hey, snakes and turtles are reptiles, the rest are birds. I wonder if more reptiles or birds hatched out. So you see his data right here, his information. This graph should help me win the contest. See, more reptiles hatched than birds. If you look at his graph, his question or his title on the top, do more reptiles or birds hatch? Okay, you look at reptiles, you look at birds, you can tell really quickly that one more reptile hatched. Oh no, how can I make a better graph than this one? Bye, Grandpa Zolly. Good luck. Let's go there. I've got an idea for my next graph. Excuse me, may I ask you a question? What are you planning to do with your new flower? I'm going to plant it in my garden. Sir, what do you plan to do with this plant? It's a birthday gift from my friend. What will you do with this flower? I'll plant it in my yard. So what will you do with your new plant? Eat it? I took a survey at the flower market, and here are the results. Okay, so this is his information. And over here we have his graph. What do shoppers plan to do with their new flower? Plant it, give it away, and eat it. And you put a little flower to count for each person. So this is kind of like a picture graph, but it also looks kind of like a bar graph. And we can look at it quickly to figure out what most people are going to do with their new flowers. So Chester, we've made a lot of graphs. Have you picked a winner yet? Pick me, pick me. Whose graphs are the best? Pick me, pick me. I should look at all the graphs again. So here we have all of Gonk's graphs. And then over here, we have BZ's graphs. As you can see from my graph, it's a tie. So Chester even made a graph with his data. And then they both say, congratulations, thanks. And that's the end of our story. So, I hope you paid close attention to the graphs. You can make graphs for anything. It's just a really nice way to show a bunch of information in a small area that we can answer a lot of questions about quickly. I hope you guys have a good day.